Hey YouTube, Pipe Lawyer here, coming to you once again from my house on an overcast, drizzly Friday night. And that of course means it's time for Friday Night Pipes. But no doubt, as you can tell from the sound of my trying to just speak through one nostril, I am very congested and stuffed up. I have a fair amount of pressure behind my eyes and my nose, so I will not be smoking in this video, nor probably in the next one or two videos until I get to feeling better. It seems that no matter what I do to protect against it, every year this time I get this summer cold or this congestion going with allergies to, I guess, pollen and ragweed. And that's the one thing that really stinks about, you know, the climate change from cold weather to warm, is that there's the reclamation of the body. And with me, it's always, as far as I can recall, it's always resulted in this congestive state of mine. Sometimes I even lose my voice completely, which for me is catastrophic, because it's like, you know, as a lawyer, it's like a soldier without a sword. But nonetheless, I shall attempt to compensate for my lack of visible smoking by introducing 3 MVPs this week for your viewing pleasure. I believe 2 of these have been previous MVPs, and one I think is a newcomer. I might be mistaken, but in any event, let's begin, shall we? The first MVP for this week's edition of Friday Night Pipes is none other than the Randy Wiley freehand. Yes, a large freehand that I bought on eBay from a very nice seller up in Pennsylvania, I believe, in a beautiful shade of light chestnut brown, as you can see, going all around. I tend to veer away from freehand pipes that are somewhat extreme in their plateauing, but this one is like right on the edge. I saw it and I kind of thought it was quirky and cool, so I got it, and I'm glad I did, because it's a great smoker. And it's not so jagged and, you know, rough that it looks like it might poke you in the eyes as you're trying to smoke it, you know. And the plateauing there on the rim matches the plateauing there at the end of the shank. I'm not sure if you can see it there. The classic black freehand stem with 2 knuckles. It's a nice sized pipe there at the very apex of the rim. I smoke English in this. Why? It just seems like an English blend pipe. And the cool thing about this pipe also, I'll show you here in a second. I hate being sick. The cool thing about it is that it's also a sitter, as you can see. But what makes it even cooler is the fact that it sits on its head, as opposed to its behind, which is how most sitting pipes sit. So, that's the first MVP of this week's edition of Friday Night Pipes, the head-sitting Randy Wiley freehand. Onward, brethren. Sorry for the shaking. Next up we have previous MVP, the Floyd Norwood Makeover pipe. And in this pipe I smoke English and aromatics. Now I know you're not supposed to blend the two, and by blending I mean not that you blend them both in the same bowl at the same time. I mean, you shouldn't, you know, smoke one type one day and then smoke another type the next day. But this pipe smokes so well that I really haven't tasted any ghosts. This was an estate pipe that was given to me by my friend Steve at Tobacco World. He got it at a yard sale, and he knew that I'm a pipe smoker, and he decided to get this for me, and he gave it to me as a gift, and I thanked him. And when I got it, the wood was all dark and dirty. You could make out the very slight impression of spot rustication here, but you couldn't really tell any shape. The inside of the bowl or the chamber was all caked up, badly in need of reaming. The stem was, I mean, green with use and time. and it didn't have this metal band here. So for $20 I sent it off to Floyd Norwood in Tennessee, and about a week later I got it back. Excuse me. And I could have sworn I got a brand new pipe. The wood was shiny. You could see the grain clearly. You could make out the spot rustication here. Tobacco leaves, which I thought was very, very cool. And there's another bit of spot rustication there. He buffed out the rim of the pipe to where it showed that the true color of it was the same shade of brown as the rest of the bowl. That sort of walnutty brown. He cleaned up the stem perfectly to where it was glistening black and looked brand new. Then he added that shiny, simple metal band, and it smokes great. Great draw. It sits beautifully in my jaw. No need to put a little rubber bit at the end. It's perfect. Really, really good. So that's the second MVP. The Floyd Norwood makeover pipe. And lastly, but in no way least, is the very first Mario Grande pipe I ever bought. And I believe this is the first time it's garnered MVP status. I'm of course referring to the Mario Grande Shark Fin Dublin. And I call it a Shark Fin Dublin because, as you can see, it starts off narrow at the base and then splays upward and out to form the classic Dublin shape. It's got hints of Zulu shape in it too, but it's more of a Dublin. It's a canted Dublin too because it cants or slants backward, front to rear, and that's what makes it a nice Dublin shape. But what makes it a shark fin Dublin, in my eyes, is that despite the side profile silhouette of a Dublin shape, if you turn it full frontal, you see that it's got like a pinched profile. It's not a perfectly round shaped bowl, but it's got that kind of a contoured shaping to it. Kind of like the dorsal fin on a shark. Hence, Shark Fin Dublin. And of course, the fact that I'm a lawyer, hey, the Mario Grande Shark Fin Dublin. So therein are the 3 MVPs for this week on Friday Night Pipes. The Floyd Norwood pipe, the Randy Wiley pipe, and the Mario Grande pipe. None of which I'll be smoking tonight or for the next few days because I need to get uncongested. But until next time, this is Pipe Lawyer saying cheers. And remember, I'll present the evidence, but you be the judge. Take care and God bless. Good night.